Welcome back to my humble abode. I am Yorkie the Tail Spinner, with the Chihuahua right here, who may or may not be joining us. And I'm taking you back to Golarion. He's getting down. For some more Wrath of the Righteous and the Whispers of Darkness. Let's go, shall we? Our army's on the march. Our heroes, if such they can be called, are exploring the area and resting when need be. Let us leave and see what else we can do. We still need Nino. We are at 6,291. The Moondance Meadows. Let's see, that's 0. Oh, there's a Nightingale Grove as well. Inconspicuous grove near the border of the world is nearly untouched by the foul energy of the abyss. The rare traveller who dares pass through here enjoy the song of nightingales in the trees. Let's reach the troops with a chest full of gold. Thank you, Horgus. Right. They're all fatigued, so they'll need to rest. Meanwhile, we have 15 shield bearers. Nobody there right now. And you, my friend. I think they will die rather quickly, but that's all right. And camp. Spicy pastry. +5 movement speed.
If you don't manage to kill yourself doing one of your experiments, somebody else will definitely do it for you.
You are sorely mistaken. My scientific undertaking will be universally applicable and useful to everyone, so it is not in the interest of any of Golarion's inhabitants to hinder my work. This is clear to everyone, yes?
Let us see what the Nightingale Grove has to offer, shall we? Yours, well, watch me. Wait, someone's here. Run. Nobody's running. Draw your weapons and fight, you cowards, or I'll cut you down myself.
I refuse to accept their statement.
Invisibility. Familiar. I think we'll wait on people coming towards us for a moment. Wenduag.
They'll beg me to stop.
Anyhow.
Be there, almost.
We still don't know where they are. Marauder comes down. And with that, it's time for Sealer.
Into the fray!
The Marauder Alchemist could be a problem. We'll do that on Demon Bane, because Demon Bane still hasn't attacked. $13 points. Demon Bane is partially injured.
I'll cut you wide open.
That really didn't help you any, my friend.
No match for me.
Ah, there he is. And rather a lot of damage, surprisingly.
The light, take you!
Darren, why don't you just heal people for now?
The spirits demand your blood.
Nenio, a little archery, perhaps?
You should have listened to reason.
Ah.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Well, he's down.
Out of my sight!
And that would seem to be it. Nothing major there, but some stuff. Oh, we have a new recipe.
This way.
Over here. A little bag of loot. Nothing down there, so out we go. Now, let's see. We have a hammer here. Light hammer +1, completely useless. Crossbow of Judgment. This +2 heavy crossbow is a critical range reduced to 20. However, whenever it threatens a critical hit against an evil or chaotic creature, automatically confirmed. This is momentum. The wielder of this +2 light hammer confirms a critical hit with it. All members of the party are affected with the equivalent of a haste spell. Okay. See, none of that really matters to me. I mean, the haste spell could be good, but it's only on critical hits. Lightened horse armor. Chain shirt +1. We have... yes, we don't need that. Bloody clarity. Whenever the wearer of this cloak resistance +2 lands a killing blow, they immediately gain immunity to mind effects and conditions. It's basically a +2 with a very rare proc. And that is... Okay. Cloak of Resistance +1. You can have that. And with that, it's over to the Moon Dance. Where's the conundrum? Oh, go to Heart of Mystery, which is all the way over here. Reliable Redoubt. No, there's military operations there. Might as well go to the Moondance Meadow, then backtrack. Because we can't cross until we're down by there anyway. Right, military. There's a 4, a 3, a 2, a 3. And a fight. Was a rather savage hit. And that's the ranged attacks over. Two to 6, still destroyed, that's 4. Fine. Another 2. This should be okay. $28. Ah, extra 2. He's running away. Let's do your first healing on them. Only 3, that's disappointing. Yes, I don't think you're going to enjoy the result of that. That was good. The traitors who defected to the enemy's side at Canabres are dead. Nerosian expresses its deepest gratitude to the commander. Might as well just rest there.
Hey ho, the dairy-o with his chicks aflame and his truce down low. Ugh, I can't get that tune out of my head. Damn tavern songs.
Failed to reduce the impact of corruption, sadly, but not to worry. Moondance Meadow. Yes, we'll go in there. Nothing back here.
Wherever my legs carry me.
Save the last one for me.
We have plagued Smilodons. Ow! That's rather unfortunate. Gold damage.
Into the fray!
Windwag. I can't. I can on the horse. Well, he's down.
Isn't glorious.
You are today's sacrifice!
They'll beg me to stop.
Not if you miss, they won't. Ninio. Enlarge person on Windwag. There we are.
This pain is...
And she's down.
excruciating.
Work, you silly spell.
No glory without risk!
Well, they certainly land their blows, don't they? Windwag.
I'll rip you apart.
And Demon Bane. Nope. Oh, not Demon Bane. It's Demon Bane now. Ninio, what can you do that's useful? Well, that's something. I don't think it's all that useful, but it is a thing. Not quite down. Damn.
No match for me.
Already giant-sized. Missed. Damn.
No, not like this.
This is going to be over badly. You need to... We lost our fighters way too quickly. Where are we? I should have hasted one thing. That's not helpful to us.
I wonder what lies beyond.
Yes, that's it. Over. Most definitely over. And they saved.
I dedicate my body.
Sad, very sad. But such is life. And death in the lands of Golarion. Right. Let us head down a little. And then
No reason to pause.
speak for yourself. Extra size,
Oh, the waiting's never
full
fun.
strength.
I'm always open to ideas.
I don't think extra size was cast, actually. Ah. Wenduag also. And
Miss me
you
already.
need to give full strength to Wenduag. Blessing.
You require my unbiased opinion?
Displacement. Another displacement. And you need to
Pleasantries.
put that on.
Adayan. 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 Adayan.
And I think that might be sufficient. Let us sort out our order again. Because it's not right.
Save the last one for me.
Let's have an elemental.
Yes.
And Demon Bane. Wow, let's go powered, yes. That was a bit better. We don't, unfortunately, have prayer. I think a heal, though, would work well.
This pain is excruciating.
Yes, I would imagine it is. I would have hoped you could do a little better than this.
I'll cut you wide open.
19 sneak attack.
They'll beg me to stop.
Good.
Into the fray!
Ninio. It's down. Wow, another blast. That was nice. And a little mass healing, I think. The horse is down. Wendwag. You need to hit.
The light take you!
Kind of like that. Ninio. Let's try that. And a blast. Missed. Darren, I think some healing.
I'll rip you apart.
Well, that happened.
This way. Wherever my legs carry me.
It seems that that may be about it in here. Oh, there's something over here. Right there. And over we go to the exit. Enter. Actually, I need to leave, don't I? Because it's troop movements first. Elementals. Well, that was good. Ooh. And that's the air elemental's gone, at least. Ooh. I think on the water elementals, get rid of them. The fire elementals are gone. Very little of the infirmary is used right now. And shortly, I suspect, these will be finished. And there we are, with the elementals defeated. After pacifying the elementals, the soldiers found the remains of a cultist sorcerer in the middle of the broken summoning circle. Despite the apparently outstanding magical power, he was unable to control the raging spirits he had brought into existence. His stiff fingers were clenched round a horrendous flail. Excuse me. Almost there, 544. And we can recruit. A new army that can go down to join up with the other. $39, 119, and 304. Pretty much growing stronger. Still only level 5. And everything's used up, so enter and we will rest. Oh, who is standing with Ember? Not to worry.
Trail me.
We'll go into our tent to rest and recover from the death wounds that some have received.
You think you're better than me because you're from a noble line. You were raised in captivity. But I grew up free, able to do what I wanted.
Oh, yes. You were able to sleep on cold rock, and now you fancy to change to this one. I, on the other hand, sadly had to endure sleeping on a bed the size of your entire encampment. I must say, your undisguised envy is really quite charming.
Now, ladies. There is a reliable redoubt. The nameless ruin. Let's go to the redoubt first. Rescue the Hell Knights. Commander, come here quickly. From the mountain you see a raided camp and two groups of warriors, one wearing white and yellow armor and the other in black. They are led by a tall man in white priest robes. Some of the warriors glance around fretfully, their weapons shaking in their hands. You hear the screams of gargoyles from above. The beasts are approaching the camp.
Quickly, evacuate the wounded. The beasts are about to strike again. Use cloaks as stretchers. We've got to make it through. Paralictor, your people will have to cover us while...
2 more minutes left out in the open, and neither you nor I will have any troops left to order about, Crusader.
But the wounded...
Retreat to shelter.
The one called Paralictor makes a barely noticeable gesture and the swords of his troops execute the wounded. If the man in white has anything further to add, its words are drowned out by the shrieks of the gargoyles as they fall from the sky. Paralictor will lead the unit to shelter. We need to get through to them. And so it began. Looks like the Hell Knight continued to fight the gargoyles even from the air. Ah. And here we have gargoyles. Let us have a look at them. Damage reduction except magic. Let's get some blessing on.
The spirits demand your blood.
Ah, you're using the wrong weapon, dear girl.
They'll beg me to stop.
Ninio, giant size window out. Wow.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
That's one down. Darren, I think some strength on Wendy. Camellia, you need to change your weapon.
You are today's sacrifice.
Well, that didn't work out too well for you, now did it? Inio, I think we're all right. So let's just, well, let's do one of your arrows, shall we? Wow.
Into the fray. Hey!
Super strength on Sealer.
Go for their hearts.
No match for me.
And that's them done.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
Nothing over here.
I refuse to accept
More
their statement.
gargoyles. Ouch. Windwag.
Beg me to stop!
Camellia.
I'll cut you wide open.
Well, that didn't do any good. That did. Strength on the horse. Video. Giant sized on. Where's Sealag on? There she is. Sealag.
The light. Take you.
You're fleeing. And you're dead. You should be returning now, yes. Windwag. You missed.
The spirits demand your blood.
Well, we've done a blessing, haven't we? I think we'll just do a range shot. Surprisingly, you hit.
You're irrelevant.
No glory without risk.
This way.
The sight before you is at once macabre and picturesque. A lifeless couple, a man and woman dressed in white and yellow priest robes, lie on the ground, surrounded by the bodies of dead gargoyles. They are tangled in death. The claws of the monsters are tearing at the human's clothes. The largest gargoyle's talon has pierced the man's chest and punctured his heart. But before they died, he or his companion defeated the enemy. Suddenly, a woman opens her eyes. The woman opens her eyes. She doesn't look at you, but stares up at the world-wound, horrific red and black sky. Her pale lips open, and she exhales abruptly. The sun will never rise again. Even the sky here is cursed, and we along with it. Jaeger, walking in front, steps over the man's body without looking, but turns around at the size of the woman's voice. The Mendevian faithful break too easily. Oh, if all Mendevian devotees broke easily, I would be much happier. Unfortunately, most of them have good health, unconquerable will, and a never-ending desire to moralize. Darren is jeering, but looks at the wounded woman with hesitation. He shrugs. She is not just wounded, I can see the signs of severe exhaustion. I wonder what happened here. Well, if she's going to give up, I'm not interested. Let's hurry, the gargoyles could return any moment.
Wherever my
Tear your throat out! I'll rip you apart!
Camellia.
You are today's sacrifice.
And a little from you, Demon Bane. Anyhow.
You should have listened to reason.
I will see to your demise.
Gargoyle half feet.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Windwag.
They'll beg me to stop.
Well, they're not going to be begging very hard because they're
Go for
dead.
their hearts.
Demon Bane. What? Oh, not a good thing to do. We'd be vulnerable. Ninio, why don't you use that? A little healing. Old person? Why don't we challenge evil? Windward. He's down. Amelia.
I'll cut you wide open.
Noir. Nicely hit. Ninio. How about your acid bolt?
Into the fray!
Wendy.
I'll rip you apart!
Not if you miss, you won't.
The spirits demand your blood.
Yet more. How amusing. When do I? Oh, Ninio, rather. I don't know if Wenduag has a shield. I don't think she does. She does now.
No
Dilla.
glory without risk!
It's another down. Wenduag, why don't you get up there and work on that one? Camellia.
You are today's sacrifice.
A little flight, not fight. Five damage. And I think you could use that.
The light take you!
They'll beg me to stop!
Over down.
Go for their hearts.
Demon Bane. New Gargoyle coming in. What about did some damage. That's not too bad. It's not ideal, but it could be worse.
My blade!
Could be much worse, in fact.
I'll cut you wide open.
Yes, you will. Wow. Would actually do with bringing her
You're irrelevant.
her heat down, I think.
Precision and grace.
See
No glory without risk!
And Wendy.
No match for me.
Camellia.
The spirits demand your blood.
And Demon Bane. That's got rid of the heat.
Mind over muscle.
I'll make short work of this.
Into the fray!
So, that, my friends, was that.
I am helpful, am
Yes,
I not?
indeed. But you already know you are, so why do you keep saying it? That's that. Now we have here. And then we have the stuff left out down here.
Forwards! No backwards, backwards!
And now what? Now I guess we go down this way. It doesn't look like there's anyone else around, although there's a cave up here. I think that must be where they went.
Knight Commander, I presume. Your glory precedes you. I am Reginald Renge, Paralictor of the Order of the Godclaw, and temporary officer of the Joint Unit of Hell Knights and the Order of the Sunrise Sword. You and your people should take positions. The Gargoyles are regrouping. We expect they will attempt to break through in 5 to 6 minutes.
A Paralictor indeed. Impressive.
Are you in command of this unit? Oh, no? Then step aside and let me discuss the matter with the commander.
The gnome interrupts Darren confidently. A joint unit.
Forcibly joined. The leader of the Order of the Sunrise Sword was unable to get to safety, which is not surprising, considering his, shall we say, excessive scrupulousness and sluggishness. Given the extreme situation, I took command of his people.
It's supposed to be good when different people unite. We're here for a common cause. But it still gives me the creeps for some reason. Hell Knights shouldn't be allowed to get their claws into our paladins. It's wrong.
I saw you ordered your own wounded to be finished off.
Indeed. The Gargoyles were clearly trying to capture as many prisoners as they could. I don't know the reason behind these abductions, but I'm not about to give the enemy what they want. That is why all my people were ordered not to be taken alive. And as for the wounded, we didn't have time to get them to safety anyway.
Reginald's answer is dry, almost disinterested.
Can you hear yourself? For the sake of principle, in order not to give the enemy what they want, you killed your own wounded. Helpless subordinates. Why does anyone still follow you?
Because we are Hell Knights. We know our duty.
What charming people. Those fellows in black make Holrun look like a sweet old soul by comparison.
We need to get rid of the gargoyles, then we'll talk.
Agreed. Be ready, Commander. This attack may be worse than the last one.
Here they come.
Bathe in your blood!
Darren, you need to move out of there, my friend. And I think, perhaps, it's time for some healing. Camellia.
You are today's sacrifice!
Burn! Slice!
Oh!
Behead!
That was foolish.
The light, take you!
Demon Bane. Pathfinder, you're meant to be decent.
I'll rip you apart!
And again, Wendy also missed.
I'll remove this obstacle.
There, and a little more healing. I think you're okay then. And we have more coming behind us.
Go for their hearts!
Tear your throat out! They'll beg me to stop!
Camellia.
I'll cut you wide open!
And Sealer.
No glory without risk!
I see Yaker is coming down to attempt to claim prizes.
Out of my sight!
Major. Ah, I skipped Noir.
No match for me!
The spirits demand your blood!
Camellia, Sealer.
Into the fray!
Why don't you head with some Wendy?
Down!
Demon Bane. It's a primitive thing that didn't allow that. I guess not.
I'll rip you apart!
You are today's sacrifice!
The inheritor, guide!
And more coming in from the north, or from the cave entrance. I think Yaker has that one.
You're irrelevant.
Alright. Demon Blade. Or Demon Bane, rather. Oh, he's still blessed. Yes, for 1:30. And you still have full strength. But right now, there's nothing for you to do.
To your demise.
That was Noir, was it? You can leave her alone.
Go for their heart!
The light take you!
Ah, they're winged. I don't think they can be caught by the pit. Or by other similar ground effects.
Mind over muscle. I'll dissect your cadaver.
Demon Bane. And Darren.
Precision and grace. Assist me.
What lies behind?
All right then.
They'll beg me to stop!
That's one down. Camellia.
I'll cut you wide open!
That's another down. Sealer.
Into the fray!
Anyhow, step away. And perhaps a fireball out there. You weren't meant to be in the way of it, you fool. All right. Step away and heal. Ah, she's frozen. Wendy.
I'll rip you apart! This kill is for you!
Sealer.
The spirits demand your
Oh,
blood!
Camellia, rather. Sealer, why don't you take that one
The
on?
Inheritor, guide my blade!
You apparently can't hurt the thing.
I'll remove this obstacle.
Demon Bane. Does Demon Bane still have... Yes. Camellia could do with some... Well, actually, no, because she uses finesse, doesn't she? Step here. And Bane.
Want to lose me?
Sealer. Oh, and what?
You
Camellia.
are today's sacrifice!
Sealer.
The light take you!
Is the speed over? The speed is over. Minio, come here. And then haste. Demon Bane. Darren. Little healing.
Lies beyond.
They're down. Good. They're down.
No match for me.
Excellent. And there we are. Where is the Paralictor, pray tell? There you are. Reginald gracefully stows his weapon and places his hands behind his back. You two check the area. Mark any potential shelters that offer protection against aerial attacks. Quartermaster, inventory the remnants of the camp. I want to make sure that the Gargoyles only abducted people and weren't interested in anything else. Send messages immediately to our scout squads and order them to return to camp. I need a full list of casualties, the sooner the better. He turns to you and nods slightly. Commander, your arrival was well timed. Now we can finally talk. I am quite interested in the events that occurred at the Grey Garrison. And I suppose you have questions for me. What do you want to know about what happened? Any shift in the balance of power during this war has a direct impact on my mission. If a new player appears who is capable of fighting demons effectively, then I am ready to support that person with all the resources I have at my disposal. Reginald speaks pensively, as if talking to himself. But naturally, I cannot blindly trust a stranger, even one marked by the gods. I have every right to doubt. I usually don't trust strangers either. So we understand each other. Thank you, Commander. Reginald nods, more to himself than to you. Is there anything you would like to know before we move on? What if I want to join the ranks of the Hell Knights? The requirements for the Knights and Signifers are common knowledge, and they must certainly be satisfied. If you do that, the Orders will consider your request. Any further discussion prior to your completion of the necessary tasks is pointless. Not every fighter or spellcaster is fit to serve with us. What are the Hell Knights doing here, within the borders of the World Wound? The same as you and your army. Fighting a war against the demons. The Hell Knights have always been a part of the Crusades from the very beginning. We don't answer to Queen Galfrey, and we act on our own authority, but we serve the common cause. Discarded spawn have no place in the world we want to build. Reginald barks out the final words. Funny, isn't it? Knights clad in black armour have been fighting this war from the off. But most people don't even know it. The face of the Crusades is a Mendevian paladin with a sword of Iyamade gleaming on their gilded armour. In that respect, my cousin Galfrey has a real flair for propaganda, I must say. For the Hell Knights, the World Wound is just one of several targets. They expend much greater efforts on book burning and suppressing slave uprisings. Yes, their order sent reinforcements here, but Mendev has always borne the brunt of the war. What does Paralictor mean? I am the commander of this unit, and in the Order's hierarchy I am 2 steps lower than its leader. In the territory of Mendev and the World Wound there are few who equal my rank, but I am the most senior Hell Knight officer for many leagues around. We're not done talking about your atrocities, of course. The Paralictor doesn't seem hurt or surprised. If you wish, I will explain my position in detail. All of the soldiers killed at my order belong to my unit. Therefore, the case is an internal matter for the Order of the Godclaw. You could have sent an appeal to the Order commanders, but the result is inevitable. Not only do the Order's rule and field operation guidelines not prohibit it, they even recommend a policy of death is preferable to captivity. So everything that happened, though it is surely lamentable, has deprived me of a few good fighters, is also an example of military necessity. I cannot influence your internal rules, but I hope you understand where your jurisdiction ends and ours begins. I am not trying to force our rules on Crusaders, Commander. I hope you won't try to make us disregard ours. If the incident is settled, I propose we turn to more relevant matters. What are you going to do now after the Gargoyle attack? I will wait for my remaining fighters to return. What you say here is only a small part of my forces. As for my long-term plans, that depends on the results of our conversation, Commander. Regil narrows his eyes. Before we move on to serious subjects, I'd like to address an organizational issue regarding my unit. You may wish to be present. Jaeger steps forward and salutes with a clenched fist to his chest. Paralictor, permission to report. During the first Gargoyle attack, I determined it necessary to leave my post. I swam over the river, found the commander's army, and asked them to provide assistance. Rachel nods. Reinforcements were much needed. You will earn double your salary for your resourcefulness, Jaeger, and 100 lashes for abandoning your post. The young knight grows a little pale, but immediately salutes again. Yes, Paralictor. Don't forget he abandoned his armour. You may be right. Regil doesn't take his eyes off the young knight, searching for signs of weakness. Another 10 lashes for improper treatment of Order property. Yes, Paralictor. This time Jaeger doesn't grow pale, but only salutes and clenches his teeth. The Paralictor, the epitome of ruthlessness. The young knight, singly devoted to his ideals. So far so dull, or is it? Could it be that our Sir Jaeger holds a tendre for his commander? I heard that sort of thing is rampant in the military. What a relief it is to know that such tawdriness could never afflict our valiant crusaders. Deeren smirks. Isn't that right, Noir? You're not about to foist yourself on some poor lovesick fool who is unlucky enough to be under your command, while knowing his love is doomed to be unrequited. A fool whose love is doomed to be unrequited? Well, you can't be referencing yourself. Of course not. You may have doomed me to languishing in this army, but fortunately I am not in love with you, although Deeren pauses and casts an appraising eye your way, as though seriously considering the prospect. No, still nothing. I'm not in love with you. Regil, who has watched you closely through the entire conversation, nods to himself. Now for a more delicate issue. You, Commander, were interested in our dispute with the Knights of the Order of Sunrise Sword, yes? Their forces in Canabres suffered great losses in the demon attack, and now their leader has perished, and his troops are in trouble. They are reeling with no command structure. Their order will hardly be able to recover from the losses they've suffered. What are you getting at? These fighters aren't the finest material I've worked with, but if I assume formal command over them, I'll be able to reforge them into weapons of reasonable quality. 1 or 2 might even become true Hell Knights. The rest will be put to good use as well. I will support you and recommend that the Knights of the Sunrise Sword fall under your command, but I will expect your support in return, Paralictor. I'll gladly give my support to one who can effectively fight the demons, and now let's turn to the orphan. Regil looks at the warriors in white and yellow, shifting cheerlessly from foot to the other. Initiates of the Sunrise Sword, your leader is dead. The Order has suffered serious losses and will not be able to recover. You may return to Mendev to join another Crusader Order, and hope that they don't meet the same fate as the Sunrise Sword. Or you may remain under my command. I will not promise that it will be easy, or that our war-making will be constricted by your principles. What I can promise is this: under my command, you will never again feel like helpless mice in the talons of a ravenous raptor. The strong subjugates the weak. All is as it should be. Winduag gives Regil an appraising look, until an even stronger leader comes along and unseats the previous one. Camillus scoffs. He's used to people following his orders. Then again, these sniffling cowards are used to humiliating treatment. They won't even consider testing him a little. What would you do in their position? Challenge the gnome in black to a duel and make him prove himself worthy of command? I would never end up in their position. Does this mean we've worked off the previous resources you spent on us? The water, medicine and bandages, yells one of the knights in white and yellow. I wouldn't make such an offer if I thought you were useless garbage. The initiates of the Sunrise Sword consult with each other for a time, and then one of them, a young woman in knight's armor, steps forward. Thank you for your trust, Paralictor. We will stay and are ready to obey your orders. Fine. In due course, I will review your troops and make any necessary decisions regarding your role in my unit. Reginald turns to you. And now, Commander, for the most important issue. Cooperation between our forces. We do have a common enemy and a common battlefield. My army and I are going to Dresden to free the city from demons. You can join forces with us. Reginald rubs his chin pensively. Dresden. An ambitious goal, but most reasonable. Imagine how such a victory would rally all the separate bands of today's Crusaders under one banner. And we certainly need a base of operations inside the World Wound. I stand ready to support you. Moreover, I can accompany you in your campaign. However, I would remind you that Hell Knights are outside of Mendev's jurisdiction. My unit and I will join your forces and obey your orders, but only for as long as I deem that our goals coincide. Hell no, we don't need the likes of these black-clad armored statues. I don't want to fight side by side with someone who will slit my throat if I'm weak and wounded. You can't defeat one evil by inviting an equal but slightly more organized evil into your ranks. Slightly more organized than the demons? I could consider that an insult. It's a deal. Yes, Commander. My forces and Reginald Derenge are at your disposal. You can step aside and you can step in.
Let's save some adventures for later.
We have lost some strength here. So we are overburdened. But so be it. What is over this way?
Punish me, for I
Assist
failed.
me at once.
Well, we did
I
fine.
welcome your company. Smile, the world's not ending just yet.
Wouldn't let me heal. We're alive, praise be Sarenrae. The skeleton of a man wearing armor from the time of the First Crusade. It's holding the skeleton of a child with strange proportions and animal paws instead of a right arm. Okay. And we have a ring. We also have a hat. Inspired wisdom. I think you could benefit from that. Most. And ring of protection +2. Why not?
Trail me.
And so we come to the conclusion of that particular episode, and we'll make our way back to camp. With a new warrior gained. Cannot travel, the weight is too much. Very well. Drop those. Drop those. And drop those. Leave. And so it is that our army is next. What is this one? 10 Hell Knights. Useful. Useful. We've cleared up here. What is this, army? I think we will go find out. Flies. Well. They are frozen. And it's done that really strange thing again, hasn't it? Where it freezes for some bizarre reason. In this case, I guess I have to reload. Nah. Something is very strange here. And then it freezes. Wonderful. Alright, we will try one previous one. One more attempt here. And then we'll see what's what. Hopefully this will work. However, it does not look optimistic, I will say. Given that I can't cast the spells, I think something has gotten screwed up. And that's the one where it stops. What if we don't let them get into that position? Nope, that also has failed. Ah. Well, I think we're going to leave it there, and I will pursue this particular one on my own. Meanwhile, there are links around to other gameplays you may enjoy. There's a like and a subscribe if you wish to help us grow. And if you leave a comment, I shall respond. You've been wonderful, audience. Thank you well. Farewell.